Hey boys and girls, today is a special day for me. Guess what it is? It happens once a year. Can you guess what it is? It's my birthday. You see my balloons Mr. David blew up for me? I just love watermelons. I love to collect watermelons. I'm having a fruit birthday party. Can you see that? I'm having plates and we're having company. Guess who my company is that's coming? They're on their way. Can you guess? It's Lily and Ezra. You've never seen them before, have you? They're gonna be here and they're gonna help with Bible class in a little bit too, I hope. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about fruit. I've never ever tasted a kiwi before, ever, because it just looks brown and hairy. But I was thinking today if I made a fruit salad for lunch, I would maybe try that and see what it tastes like, because it says on the package, just cut it, put a spoon into it, and eat it. So I was thinking Mr. David might help me make a fruit salad, and that's what we're going to be doing for my birthday party. You see how hairy they are? They don't look very good on the outside, but let's look inside and see what happens. This is my knife, and I'm going to cut it, just like it said on the package. Ooh, it's green. You see the green inside there? And now I'm going to take a spoon, and I'm going to scoop it out. And I'm gonna give Mr. David a taste. We're gonna see if he likes kiwi. Let's put it on a plate for Mr. David. How about this fruit plate? So here's a plate and a picture of a kiwi beside it. Let's see if Mr. David likes his. We're gonna have a taste test before I feed it to our company. Ooh, it's juicy.
That was so good.
Mr. David, did you like it? Let's see if I can taste one bite. Kind of strange in the middle. It has little seeds. Do you see those? Delicious. Better than candy. That is delicious fruit. Who would have known that inside these ugly hairy things were something so sweet? Now I think I'll cut open a banana. Mr. David, are you hungry for a banana?
I love bananas.
Okay, we have all these beautiful bananas to cut from. Or what about this one? Do you think I should throw that one away?
It's not very pretty.
It's ugly on the outside, isn't it? You see that, how ugly it is? I'm gonna open this one up because sometimes you just can't tell. I'm gonna cut in the middle of it like that. Make a piece for Mr. David. Look, it looks just fine. Wow, I'm so glad we didn't waste that banana. Do you see how perfect that is? Put a piece on Mr. David's plate. Mr. David, you want to taste it? And I'll taste mine too.
That's so good.
Mr. David had one of these today for his breakfast and I thought it might be too old, but I'm gonna taste it. Let's see if it's good. Yeah, it's very delicious. Okay, for my fruit salad, all I have to do with this cantaloupe is open it up and dump it in there, so it's good to go. But I do remember once in Bible class we cut open an apple. Do you remember the star pattern on our apple? Well, today I'm going to do a different angle. My knife needs to be a little sharper. I think when I get this cut, okay. Wow, I almost cut my finger. Do you see that right there? Does that look like a heart to you? Sometimes people think when you cut it that way, an apple looks like a heart. In the middle it has sweet juice and a little tiny seed. Do you see that little seed down in there, Adeline? I think if you save that seed, you could plant it and have an apple tree growing in your yard. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, do you know what famous means? Have you ever heard of anybody that was famous? Well, my granddaddy, when I was your age, he was famous. He had a reputation and he was famous for growing one fruit. Can you guess what it was? Close, that's close. You can grow strawberries in the ground, but it wasn't strawberries. Think again. It was watermelon. And everybody knew he grew the best watermelon anywhere. and they came from miles around to get to taste his sweet, sweet watermelon. And I want to show you a picture of my granddaddy. He's kind of like a kiwi. He's kind of, on the outside, looks old and wrinkled. Can you see his picture? You can see his boots are dirty right here. Can you see his boots? He had been in the garden with the watermelon that day. His face has some wrinkles in it. Can you see that? But I loved him because he smiled a lot. He always had some funny stories to tell us. He tickled us, and he took us to his watermelon patch. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. He smelled kind of funny. If you got up really close and smelled him, he smelled like an old tractor, sort of greasy. His fingernails had some dirt down in them. But I loved him so much, and he was so good. He talked about God all the time. Well, in the summertime, we would go with him down to the garden, and he would dig in the dirt. He would take us with him, and there were worms in the dirt. We loved to play down in that dirt. And he put some watermelon seeds down in the dirt, and he covered them up, and he talked about how God would make the rain come, and pretty soon we would have some watermelons, but not that day. So to make a watermelon, you see it has a connection right here. It was attached to a vine, and they stay in the ground. And Granddaddy had a great big bucket like this, huge bucket, and he filled it with water, and he walked all the way down the hill, to the watermelon patch, and he would pour a little water to make it nice and juicy inside. And he waited. We would say, "Is it ready yet? Can we eat it?" And he would say, "No, they're not ready yet." Do you know how to tell if it's ready? Can you guess? You can't cut them open. You have to take your thumb like this and thump it. Can you do that with your finger and thumb? And it sounds like this if it's ready. Kind of hollow down in there. Granddaddy only did this one time, but when the watermelon was ripe, every year, he would not even take a knife to cut it open. He didn't have to have a knife to cut into it. He would just throw it down like this, and it would crack open, and we would sit there. He would take the biggest piece like this, and he would say, "Just scoop the heart out of it." This right here, we would just get to taste. Do you see that? He said it was better than sugar. Mr. David, do you want to try a piece? So good. You don't even have to have salt or anything on it. You just use your hands in the garden. And he would say, "Look what God gave us. God gave us all of this yummy fruit." And he didn't care if he was getting juice down his shirt, down his sleeves. He was so grateful for the watermelon. And so every year when I see watermelons, I think about my granddaddy and his reputation. He was famous for watermelons. So one time of year when he would call and say the watermelons are ripe, we would look forward to tasting his watermelons. But we always took the seeds out. This watermelon doesn't have very many seeds, but he had black seeds in his, and he would save them and plant them the next year. And every year we had watermelons. And after he died, we still had a watermelon of his. He died in August, but his watermelons were ripe, so we all ate one, and we talked about God and how Granddaddy went to heaven. And we all were so grateful to have a granddaddy that loved God. I just wanted you to know that story. That was something that was special to me, and I know you have grandparents too that are special to you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so Hunter is here, and we're gonna make some lemonade. Would that be good?
Uh-huh.
Here's a yellow fruit that grows on trees. Have you ever tasted just a lemon before that has a seed in it like that? I'm gonna let Hunter try it. You already knew what it was gonna be like. How do you like it? Would you like to have a big glass squeezed of this, just some lemon juice to drink? No, you would hate that. So why don't we juice some lemons? You squeeze one in here. Let's take this one and put it over here for you to keep for later. You squeeze it as much as you can, and I'll squeeze some in this bowl, and we'll make something good out of it. You want to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Doesn't matter about the seeds. That's okay.
I squirted down here.
Ooh, I squirted all over me too. All over myself. We didn't even get a dish towel, did we? That's
We got napkins.
Yeah, we have napkins. We're gonna have to squeeze a lot because we're having a party. Lily and Ezra are gonna love this. Okay. We'll do a few more. How many more do you want to do?
65 million.
Oh, that's a lot. Dado, do you like lemonade?
I do.
Mr. David's name is Dado to Hunter.
I can't squeeze this one.
Yeah, that's a. If they're not ripe, they're a little hard. Try this one. I bet this is easier.
Okay.
Okay. And the next step we're going to do is we're going to put all of the juice into this great big jug right here. You see this water? See my big jug of water? And we're going to add sugar to it and make some yummy, yummy lemonade. You ready to add sugar and lemon juice?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Taste it?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Well,
Push this
I
under.
need it closer. It's not there.
Is it pouring?
A little bit.
A bit more. Okay, now stop.
I can't.
Okay, doesn't that look delicious?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it tastes. Is it perfect?
It needs a little more sugar.
A little more sugar. Go figure. Now stir that in. Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah. So come over here. Let's see if she likes it now, if her lips still pucker up. Is it sour like a lemon?
Mm-mm.
Or is it delicious like lemonade?
Lemonade.
What made the difference? Was it the sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it made that sour fruit all tasty and yummy. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
I may have to pour me a glass. Dado might have to pour him a glass too, right, Mr. David?
Mm-hmm.
We're still talking about the fruits of the Spirit. We've been talking a lot about fruit today. And I want to show you this poster. Hunter, can you help me show it to them? Help me get it up a little closer to them. So if we're like God and we do the things God says, inside of us produces things like joy. You see these little children jumping up and down with joy? We talked about a lot of things today. We talked about kindness, sharing watermelon with people, having love like the apple, the shape of the heart. You see other things we talked about? Being patient as the watermelon grows. This little girl is being gentle with the bunny rabbit. You see her down there? All of those things are what we're supposed to have in our lives and in our heart when you look deep down inside of us. And that's what happens when you love God. You end up being a better person. Did you know that? All right, Hunter, do you remember the Fruits of the Spirit song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So why don't we start with the watermelon and let's sing about it. Can we put it way up here to the front so they can see it? No, it has to go way to the back. Okay. Ready? The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon.
What you yelling?
Fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon.
What you yelling?
If you want to be a watermelon, you might as well hear it.
You can't
Be a fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the Spirit is joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love,
joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness.
gentleness, and self-control. Good job. Now which one do you choose? Which fruit?
Cantaloupe.
Woo, okay, get ready. Dado may have to help us on the verse, on the chorus. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cantaloupe.
Nope.
Fruit of the Spirit's not a cantaloupe.
Nope.
You want to be a cantaloupe, you might as well hear it. Can't be a fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. What's next? We've done the cantaloupe and the watermelon.
Banana.
A banana. All right. Then we'll save our kiwi for last because that was the one we taste tested today. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana.
Nah.
Fruit of the Spirit's not a banana.
Nah.
If you want to be a banana, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The last one's a kiwi. Ready? Okay, Hunter, here we go. The fruit of the Spirit's not a kiwi. Whee! The fruit of the Spirit's not a kiwi. Whee! You want to be a kiwi? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, 'cause the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Good job. Thank you, Hunter. So we're about to end up for the day, but I wanted you to see my flowers that we got, and they're down in dirt. You can probably see the dirt way down in there. Hunter, what are you going to give the flowers to drink?
I'm gonna give them water.
Smell them. Do you think they smell good? Kind of strong. A little strong, but I like them.
Like honey.
So go ahead and water them. Give them a little drink.
Whoa. That's
It rained yesterday, so we don't have to give very much, do we?
no.
No. And go ahead and give that one over there one. Can you stretch way over and reach that one?
I'm making the whole
So that's
table
wonderful. That's
thirst.
fine. That's fine. You can't mess up. We're outside. I want to show you something that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to have to bend down here and grab it. This is a tomato plant. Do you see my tomato plant? We just got it.
I water it.
Yes, go ahead and water
What
it.
are the green balls?
It's fertilizer. Look down in here and you can see little bitty tomatoes. These are going to be little salad tomatoes. And Dado and I will have those in our salad this year. Won't that be delicious? Do you want to taste one too when it turns red? That's perfect. And now when the water drains out, it'll drain out at the bottom and it won't make a mess. So today we've talked about a lot about growing. Hunter, this is called, can you read this?
Miracle Grow.
Miracle Grow, that's right. And do you know they named it that because it's a big bag of dirt. You want to look down in there and see what it looks like? Uh-huh. Show them what it looks like. Stick it way up there close to the video camera. Show Dada what you have. It's a mess, isn't it? But it's a lot of fun.
Can I throw it up?
Can you smell it? The smell of the tomato plant and the smell of the dirt? It's very strong smells that you'll always remember. And it's sort of fun to learn to grow
I
things.
got a fertilizer ball.
Oh, you got a little fertilizer ball. So do you know what the real miracle is that we've talked about?
God.
God is the real miracle. Not the dirt, not this dirt, but God. He makes us better people deep down inside our hearts. See Hunter's shirt where she has fruit? She's going to remember to be loving. And what else? Joyful.
Joyful.
Love, joy. What else?
Gentleness.
That's right.
Control.
Self-control. That's great. We hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye. Can you say hello? Say,
Hello.
I'm Ezra.
Hello.
I'm Ezra. Lily, can you say hello? I'm Lily. Say hello, I'm Lily. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lily, can you turn around here and say hello? I'm Lily. Hello, I'm Lily. Tickle, 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 tickle. You got my camera.
Wait,
The mom is really sad.
why?
Tweety.
Why is she sad?